Hello everyone, how are you today? I'm very happy and I hope all of you are very happy too. Today we meet each other again and we continue our Unit 5, The Way I Live. The topic today we focus on present simple one, negative and question. So this is the objective of the lesson today. By the end of the lesson, you will be able to use present simple, negative and question accurately and fluently. អញ្ចឹងក្រោយពីបងប្អូនសិក្សាមេរៀននេះចប់ទៅអញ្ចឹងបងប្អូននឹងចេះប្រើប្រាស់នៅប្រយោគបរិសេធនិងប្រយោគសំណួរបច្ចុប្បន្នកាលធម្មតាបានយ៉ាងត្រឹមត្រូវនិងបានដោយរលូន Before we start the lesson, I want you to review the lesson that we learned last week. Question for the lesson that we learned last week is when should we use present simple? Last week I also explained you about the use of present simple. Now please give me the answer of when should we use present simple. Okay. Now check the answer all together. We use present simple for permanent situation. Okay, and second, we use present simple for routine or habitual action. And the last one, we use present simple for general truth. What does use mean? ចឹងតើការប្រើប្រាស់ទាំង3យ៉ាងនេះមានន័យថាម៉េច? ចឹងទី1 permanent situation មានន័យថាយើងប្រើបច្ចុប្បន្នកាលធម្មតាសម្រាប់ស្ថានភាពអចិន្ត្រៃយ៍ Can you give me the example of permanent situation? Okay, now let's see the example of permanent situation altogether. Yes, I speak two languages. My sister study at Kokpring High School. We live in Phnom Penh. So this kind of action we call permanent situation. Okay. Let's move to routine or habitual action. So routine or habitual action it means that the action that you do repeatedly or you do every day as your habitual. Okay. Now see the example of routine or habitual action. My brothers get up at 6 o'clock. They play football every Sunday. We go to bed at 10. And at the end, general truth. Now see the example altogether. The sun rises in the morning. The earth goes round the sun. ចឹងនៅចុងក្រោយនេះគឺសច្ចភាពទៅមានន័យថាកាលណាបើសិនជាយើងនិយាយគឺអ្នកដតីឬក៏អ្នកគ្រប់គ្នាគឺគេយល់គេដឹងថាវាជារឿងពិតទូទៅដែលគេគ្រប់គ្នាដឹងឧទាហរណ៍ថាព្រះអាទិត្យរះនៅពេលព្រឹកពេលដែលយើងនិយាយគឺអ្នកណាក៏គេដឹងថាអញ្ចឹងដែរវាជារឿងពិត This example that I give you are positive sentences. Okay, what does it mean positive sentence in Khmer? Okay, positive មានន័យថាប្រយោគស្រដ So can you give me the form of positive sentence in present simple? Subjects, verb and objects. Okay, now let's start our lesson today. Present simple, negative and question. Before we start negative and question, I want you to write 3 simple positive sentences first. So now write 3 simple positive sentences all together. Okay, let's check. I have a book. They work for a company. We go to work at 7. Okay, these kinds of sentence we call simple positive sentences. ចឹងប្រយោគទាំង3នេះគឺយើងហៅថាជាប្រយោគស្របបច្ចុប្បន្នកាលធម្មតា Now let's see the negative altogether. I do not have a book. They do not work for a company. We do not go to work at 7. So this kind of sentence we call negative. And the last one, do I have a book? Do they work for a company? Do we go to work at 7? So this kind of sentence we call question. Okay, let's check the form all together. The first one we call positive sentence. So the form of positive sentence is subject, verb, object. You can see the word that I highlight red. I, they, we call subject, and the word that I underline here we call verb. Okay, so positive form subject plus verb plus objective. Now let's check the form of negative altogether. Okay, negative form, subjects, do, subjects plus do plus not plus verb plus objective. So you can see the difference between positive and negative. So positive we have only subject plus verb, but in negative you can see do plus not and plus verb. So it's different from positive. Okay ចឹងបងប្អូនមើលកន្លែងនេះគឺ negative គឺខុសពី positive ត្រង់ថា positive គឺមាន subject plus និង verb ចំណែកឯនៅក្នុងបរិសេធវិញគឺយើងបន្ថែម do បន្ថែម not នៅបន្ទាប់អំពី subject ហើយបានយើងដាក់កិរិយាសព្ទពីក្រោយអូខេអញ្ចឹង do not នេះយើងអាចសរសេរកាត់ថា done. Now let's check the question altogether. Question, the form of the question, do plus subject plus verb plus object and plus question mark. Okay, so it's different from each other. You can see the question we place do at the beginning of the sentence. Okay, so subject here we only use subject I, we, you, they and plural noun or plural subjects. អញ្ចឹងប្រធាននៅក្នុងនេះទាំងអស់នេះគឺយើងប្រើប្រធាន I, we, you, they ហើយនិងប្រធានជានាមឬក៏ប្រធានពហុវចនៈអញ្ចឹងបើសិនជាបងប្អូនឃើញប្រធាន I, we, you, they plural noun subject គឺយើងប្រើជាមួយនឹង do not នៅក្នុងបរិសេធហើយបើនៅក្នុងសំណួរគឺយើងប្រើ do អញ្ចឹង subject I, we, you, they និង subject ដែលជាពហុវចនៈគឺយើងប្រើ do. Okay, like in negative we use do not, and in question we use do. Okay, we use do. អញ្ចឹងមានន័យថាបងប្អូនត្រូវចាំថានៅពេលដែលយើងប្រើបច្ចុប្បន្នកាលធម្មតានៅក្នុងប្រយោគសំណួរនិងប្រយោគបដិសេធដែលមានប្រធាន I, we, you, they ឬក៏ប្រធានជាពហុវចនៈដោយលោកគ្រូដាក់នៅខាងក្រោមឲ្យបងប្អូនមើលនេះអញ្ចឹងយើងត្រូវប្រើកិរិយាសព្ទជំនួយ do ណា do បើនៅក្នុងបរិសេធយើងប្រើ do plus not តែបើនៅក្នុងសំណួរយើងប្រើ do នៅខាងមុខប្រយោគទាំងអស់ហើយនៅខាងចុងគឺយើងបញ្ចប់ដោយសញ្ញាសួរបាទ Okay, now practice all together. I want you to make given sentences into negative and question. So this is the positive that I give you and you make this sentence into negative and question. Okay, now check the answer all together. តើឥឡូវយើងឆែកមើលចម្លើយទាំងអស់គ្នា Now let's check all together. Now check the answer all together. Okay, negative and question. Number 1, I don't speak two languages. Number 2, they don't study at Kokpring High School. Number 3, we don't live in Phnom Penh. Number 4, my brothers don't get up at 6 o'clock. Number 5, they don't play football every Sunday. And number 6, we don't go to bed at 10. And now make this sentence into question. Okay, number 1, do I speak two languages? Number 2, do they study at Kokpring High School? Number 3, do we live in Phnom Penh? Number 4, do my brothers get up at 6 o'clock? Number 5, do they play football every Sunday? And number 6, do we go to bed at 10? Okay, you've done a great job today. All the answers are correct. Thank you. So that's all for today. And this is the question to check your understanding of the lesson today. So what is today's lesson? Okay, today we study about present simple, negative and question. Can you give me the form of negative and question? Okay, I'll give you the positive form. Subject, verb, objects. Example, subject, they, verb, study, objects, English. So this is positive, subject, verb, objects. They studying English. So now please write down the form of negative and question and then make the sentence into negative and question. Okay, let's start. Negative, the form subjects plus do plus not plus verb plus objects ចឹង do not តនេះយើងអាចសរសេរខ្លីសរសេរកាត់ done. Okay, subjects they plus done plus verb study and plus objects English. So this is the negative sentence. They don't study in English. Next, write the form of question and write and make this sentence into question. Okay. Question, do plus subjects plus verb plus objects. Example, do subjects, days, verb, study, objects, English and question mark. Okay, do they study English? So this is the question form. Okay, that's all for today, and this is the homework for you, and you have to type this link and do the homework all together and submit me on time through my messenger or telegram. Okay, thank you for your attention.